Hello and welcome back for your daily dose of love advice on Love Advice TV. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Coach Adrian, your friend, your coach, here to provide you with insights on and to empower you on your breakup recovery journey. A few of my clients have asked me lately, how do I know if my breakup is permanent? How do I know if I have a chance to turn things around? And it's a legitimate question. It's a great question. It's a question that we've answered in quite a few different ways on Love Advice TV. Because the worst thing is when someone has a false sense of hope, or when someone feels like they're going to be able to turn things around when clearly the signs are there to convey that they can't, or that they won't. Or that even if they were able to get their ex back, they probably will break up again because they're in a very negative cycle. And so I wanted to do a video on this topic, how to know if your breakup is permanent or not. And the first important point that I would like to highlight or to showcase is I've seen people who had to accept the fact that their breakup was permanent because they were unable to rebuild a communication platform. Sometimes after months, sometimes after years, they're unable to come back into their ex's life because the ex is so disconnected, so bitter, because they've moved forward with their lives in some way, shape, or form. They refuse to even acknowledge your presence. They don't want to interact with you at all. No, nothing. And obviously, if you are unable to reestablish contact with your ex after having done the work and after having exhausted all possible means to reestablish contact the right way, then of course it's best for you to move on. Of course it's best for you to accept the fact that this was a learning opportunity for you and that this is not ultimately the person that you can build a common life project with. And sometimes it's painful, sometimes it's a reality check, but it usually means that better things are to come for you, you just don't know it yet. And that this person was preparing you for the next best relationship that is going to completely change your life. And so I don't want you to panic and say, oh my God, it's been a month and a half, my ex still doesn't reply to me. Does this mean that I've lost them forever? No, not if you haven't approached this breakup recovery process the right way. Not if you've not been patient, if you haven't exhausted all possible means to reconnect with them. And that's why it's very important in coaching sessions to understand exactly the timing element and to make sure that you have the right indicators to know if it's the right time to reach out to your ex or not. So that's the first element. A breakup is permanent if you are unable to reestablish communication with your ex. The second point is the breakup will be permanent if either you or your ex are unable to evolve and to grow following the breakup. And it's a very important point because most of the people that are unsuccessful because they fail to grow. They fail to truly understand what went wrong and turn into a better version of themselves. They're just desperately clinging on to their partner or to their relationship. They are overcome by the fear of loss, and you tend to obsess over the outcome and not the process that needs to happen in order to get the desired outcome. And a lot of the clients that I've seen fail is because they failed to grow, to evolve. In some cases, it is true that some clients are able to evolve and to grow and approach the breakup process in the right way and still don't get their ex back because their ex hasn't evolved and grown. They're stuck in a failed relationship. They have not been able to challenge themselves to grow, to learn from their shortcomings because your ex is partly to blame too for the failed relationship. And the beautiful thing is that in most of these cases, my clients are the ones that come to me and tell me, I'm done. I no longer want to get my ex back because they're not the right person for me. I have outgrown them. And the breakup is permanent because I choose to make it permanent. That might sound crazy to you or that might sound scary to you, but it's actually a beautiful thing. And I'm so happy when a client tells me that because most of the time they found peace and they've outgrown their partner. and a breakup becomes permanent in those types of situations. The third situation that I see is if you don't think that you have what it takes to inspire your ex. So people who don't have the belief in themselves ultimately end up making the breakup permanent because they just don't have what it takes. And the slogan, what I often say in coaching sessions is, if you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect your ex to believe in you, right? And mindset is something that I talk about on videos and in coaching sessions all the time. If you don't have the right mindset, it is very difficult to win an ex back because it's a difficult process. And so, yes, you need that confidence, you need that swagger, you need that belief in order for your actions to materialize into a new and improved relationship. And so, yes, sometimes breakups are permanent, and it's not the worst thing in the world, as long as you learn and as long as you grow. So if you find yourself in one of these situations, if you are unable to reestablish communication with your significant other, if one of you two is unable to evolve, or if you simply don't think that you have what it takes, you may need to let go and to move on. And that'll be okay too. And we're here for you. And it's probably very scary, but life will go on and you will bounce back and you will ultimately figure things out because everyone is worthy of being loved. And so if you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you learned something from it, please let me know what you enjoyed, what you appreciated, what you want to learn more about. And as always, thank you for your support and keep fighting the good fight, my friends. See you soon.